so glad that you are here today. Right now, in just a minute, we're going to dive straight into our brand new series called Upcycle. We're going to be talking about what it's like to be content in Jesus and what contentment really is. Contentment is being okay with what God has already equipped us and given us for the future. So here we go. Let's dive straight into service. Have a great day.
It's game time.
Times it's you I see. I put you first, that's all I need. I humble all I am, all to you. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, side by side for you. We're living all for you. Up a bit higher. You are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight for you. We're living all for you. You are the way. You are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight for you. We're living all for you. You are the way, the truth, and the life. We live by faith and not by sight for you. We're living all for you. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for. One way, Jesus, you're the only one that I could live for.
You give life, you are love, you bring light to the darkness, you give hope, you restore every heart that is broken. And great are you, Lord. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only. You give life, you are love, you bring light to the darkness, you give hope, you restore every heart that is broken. Great are you, Lord. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise. We pour out our praise. It's your breath in our lungs, so we pour out our praise to you only.
Oh, hey everyone! Oh, I'm Erica. I hope you don't mind I get into shape while we do this. Exercise is important, you know, or of course. I mean, I'd rather be riding my bike outside right now, but the weather isn't cooperating. But that's okay, because I can ride this bike inside! Ooh, see that? I'm showing contentment. Contentment is learning to be okay with what you have. So, I'm okay with this stationary bike. You know, they've made all kinds of advancements with stationary bikes. I want one of those bikes that has all those different settings where you can make it feel like you're going like uphill or downhill. Whee! No, You know what I really want? I want one that has a TV screen in the front so it looks like you're riding a bike through mountains or next to the ocean. Maybe I can use my laptop. Paris, France. C'est magnifique. Ooh, I want a bike that comes with a built-in trainer. Someone to pump me up while I ride. Come on, Erica. You can do it. That bike won't pedal itself. Yeah. Move. I can do it. Move. Give me some more. Too bad all I got is this old thing. All it does is pedal. In today's story, we'll hear about a king who always wanted more and more and more. I kind of feel like him right now. It's not fun. What are you slowing down for? You've got to keep moving if you're going to make it all the way to Paris. You want to see the Eiffel Tower, don't you? Oui. I can hear you. Move. I will. Move. See you in Paris. Move.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story. Inspired by the book of 1 Kings. Chapter 21.
After David and Solomon, many kings ruled the lands of Judah and Israel. Some of them listened to God, but most did not. King Ahab was worse than any other king of Israel before him. He only thought of himself and did exactly as he wanted to do.
Do exactly as I want.
Yes, Your Highness. What do you want?
4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and 1... Oh, it escapes me. Just bring me some pears flambé.
No one ever said no to King Ahab, not even his wife, Queen Jezebel.
Am I the most fabulous king to ever rule this land?
Yes, of course, because you have me.
King Ahab was certain he had everything he could ever want. That is, until he took a drive into the neighboring town of Jezreel.
Ooh, just look at that lovely vineyard. It is perfection. Stop at once.
King Ahab examined the green leafy vines and the heavy bunches of grapes.
What fantastic fruit. The soil must be excellent. You, over there.
Who? Me?
Who, me, your majesty?
Who, me, your majesty?
Of course, you. Do you own this fine vineyard?
I do, your majesty.
Excellent. You must sell it to me at once, and I shall turn it into a vegetable garden.
No.
Excuse me?
Your majesty?
I'll pay good money. I'll trade you a better vineyard.
I said no, your majesty. May the Lord keep me from giving you the land my family handed down to me.
You... what? No.
King Ahab was enraged. When he returned to the palace, he threw himself down on his bed and refused to eat anything, even date cakes dipped in honey.
Why are you in such a bad mood? Why won't you eat anything?
Naboth won't give me his vineyard.
Oh, snap out of it. You're the king. I'll get you that vineyard.
Queen Jezebel was just as bad as her husband, or maybe worse. She wrote a letter to the leaders of Naboth's town.
Here is your mission, which you must accept. Number 1, announce a special day and give Naboth an important seat. 2, have 2 bad guys sit across from Naboth and claim that he cursed God and the king. 3, drag Naboth out of the city and throw stones at him until he dies. That should clear.
Queen Jezebel sent her message, and the leaders of Naboth's town followed it, to the letter.
Tell the queen, mission accomplished.
Queen Jezebel was delighted by this terrible news and immediately went to find King Ahab.
Oh, woe is me. Naboth won't give me.
Get up! Take over Naboth's vineyard. He's dead.
What? Mine! All mine!
King Ahab ordered his chariot and set off at once for Jezreel.
We'll rip out these annoying vines, plant peas, parsnips, potatoes.
But even as Ahab garden partied, God spoke to the prophet Elijah.
Go down to see Ahab. You will find him in Naboth's vineyard. Ahab has gone there to take it over.
God gave Elijah a special message for the king. Elijah had faced Ahab before and knew the king would not be pleased to see him.
Okay, here goes.
Elijah traveled to Jezreel and found Ahab in the vineyard.
Pull out that row of vines. Dig up the soil.
King Ahab.
The king turned. His eyes narrowed as he spied Elijah.
My enemy, you found me.
The Lord says, haven't you murdered a man? Haven't you taken his property?
No, not me personally. And now he doesn't need it anymore. So
you've done what is evil in the sight of the Lord. The Lord says, I am going to bring horrible trouble on you. You have caused Israel to sin.
Oh.
For once, Ahab listened to a message from God. He tore his clothes, a sign of great sorrow for what he had done. He put on the clothing people wore to show sadness.
No food.
Not even date cakes dipped in honey?
Not even date cakes dipped in honey.
King Ahab and Jezebel had made themselves miserable, taking more and more. And in the end, both of them paid for it.
Yeesh! King Ahab really wanted Naboth's vineyard. It's okay to want things, but Ahab wanted it so badly that it made him miserable. He even refused to eat. Has it ever happened to you? Have you ever wanted something so badly that it was all you could think about? Maybe it made you super sad when you couldn't get it. Or maybe you threw a tantrum. If that sounds like something you might do, you may need a little help with contentment. Wanting things is fine. It gives you something to work toward or to look forward to. But when you want more and more and more and more, it can make you feel like Ahab. Miserable. Jesus once said, watch out! Be on guard against wanting to have more and more things. Life is not made up of how much a person has. Jesus knew there is so much more to life than the stuff we have. There are memories to be made, adventures to be experienced. Ooh, there are relationships to be grown with God and with others. These are things that will last long after the stuff we wanted has broken or gone out of style. So it's okay to want things, but here's the one thing to remember. Wanting more and more can make you miserable. So maybe one day I'll get a stationary bike with a few bells and whistles. But in the meantime, I'll ride this one and imagine it's springtime in Paris. Move, move, move! My imagination is very vivid. Au revoir!